Good evening.
Hello.
Good morning. She's happy now. My name's Sophia, and would my featured guest like to introduce herself today?
I'm Mum.
Okay. So welcome to
Ginexplicable.
Cheers! Can you believe it? And would you like to tell our beautiful audience what we are drinking today? It's not that much of a big surprise because it's right goddamn here on the table.
Common or garden gin. Guns.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
You really can't. And I'm going to just hide the makeshift mic with the bottle of Gordon's because that's how professional we are. This is a show where basically combines my two favourite things, as you know, Mum, which are drinking gin and talking about shit. Yes, mystery shit. Unsolved things. Things that are
Ginexplicable. It's just a pilot. I'm not actually going to be in it.
This is the pilot. I don't know if you guys remember the Always Sunny pilot. That was made on a phone. And then obviously they went to do
No way.
Okay. I have a case for you today. Today we are going to be talking about something that I don't think you've heard of, but I think that you're going to really like because it has the possibility of alien involvement.
Now I'm interested.
Okay. Today we are going to be talking about the Dyatlov Pass. Have you heard about this mystery before?
No.
You've not?
No.
Okay. Brilliant.
Dyatlov
Pass. I think that's how you
Okay.
spelled. It's Russian. Yeah, Dyatlov. Dyatlov.
What happened?
Right, do you want to know what happened? The reason I'm talking about it right this very second is because we are now mid-Feb. Well, I can't remember the date, but it's like mid-Feb pretty much.
15th.
There you go. 1st of February, this case was reopened.
No way.
Which you don't know about yet, but it's been closed for about 60 fucking years, Mum. It's been closed for 60 fucking years.
I'm very excited.
Okay. 60
years.
He's been dead for 84 years. It's not that, is it? It's been 84 years. Okay, that's it. So in 1959, there was 9 students in Russia.
How old were they?
I don't fucking know.
Do your research, batch.
No, I'm gonna guess early 20s. They were at a polytechnic college in Russia. They all decided to go for the Ural Mountains or the Ural Mountains.
Yes, I've heard of them, yeah.
There was have you actually heard of it? How's it pronounced?
Ural
Mountains.
Yeah.
That's exactly where they were. So this fella called Dyatlov led the group. So
was he a teacher?
no, he was just a student because of the very guy who was leading the very group. And that happened. They just went for a little trek. Several days later, they're all missing. So a search began.
All of them?
Everyone, apart from one of them that actually turned back. The other lot of them were missing. So like 9 of them were missing. As I said, like the 9 that went. A search began because it was like, shit, these guys aren't coming home. I just noticed there's a picture of him from Wham on the fridge that everyone can see. Fangirling. Investigation began. And several days later, they came across. Obviously, no one was there. They
came across nothing.
They came across. It's actually difficult doing
space.
this on gin. Well, I'm on the gin because I'm a bit pissed. They came across their tent, which they were all in.
But they weren't in it.
They weren't in it, and the tent was cut from the inside.
Cut from the inside?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just unzip the zip?
It's inexplicable, isn't it? And then their bodies were found in 2s or 3s, so there was 9 of them. They were found in 2s or 3s, but they were each found miles away from each other, and they were not dressed. None of them were dressed for the conditions. They were just in the underwear. They were on a fucking snowy, mountain in the Ural Mountains. 2 of them were found with broken skulls. Some number of them were found with crushed ribs, and 1 was found with a missing tongue.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Isn't it? It was determined that 6 of them had died from hypothermia, and 3 of them had died from major external injuries, which were the official cause of death was a compelling natural force. Too
Like
strong
a bear?
too strong to be human.
A bear.
What, you reckon all of that was done by a bear?
Could have been, couldn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's not a theory that I've come across.
Bears in the area.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, a bear's pretty bloody strong. It can crush a skull, it can crush ribs. And I suppose if it was...
But why all the clothes off?
Because they were in the bed, asleep at night.
That's what I'm
If a
saying.
bear
Why?
had come and disturbed them at night and was like, "Rah,"
You'd think if they'd been mauled by a bear, there would be scratches, obviously, or
well,
blood.
maybe the bear had just picked them up and gone and throw them.
It's Ginexplicable.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so what are you trying to say? Like, what else was weird about it?
I think it's all quite weird that the cause of their death was too strong to be human. That like implies it's probably too strong to be a bear, right?
No, bears are huge. They literally are massive. Yeah, they probably would have bitten them. They could have just thrown them and...
Yeah, what?
They could have just gone like whack and whack the skull.
As the examiners come into the scene, they would have probably said, this is death caused by a bear.
Okay.
I'm
The missing
guessing.
tongue. Was that surgically removed?
I don't know, I don't think so.
If they've been dead for a while and an animal had come along, it might have just eaten the tongue.
For me, like maybe the missing tongue's not the most crazy thing for me because it could have been eaten by an animal.
It's weird how you
was
just
removed.
kind of sounded like you didn't have a tongue when you said
I
you know if the tongue had been surgically removed
Right,
or just
well-
bitten out.
don't think we have the details. As I say, the case has been reopened, so I think we're going to find
We
all that
need
shit
those
out.
details. You know, I'm a little sceptical.
Brilliant. That's why I've had you on the show, not just because you're the only person in my vicinity right now. I think that's...
So, right, how many tents were there? 2s and 3s. That is probably related to who was sleeping with who in the
Yeah, I
tent.
guess
So.
so.
like, tent by tent, whatever was attacking them, they ran together and tried to save themselves
Are
together.
you just expecting something to have attacked?
That makes sense. If like so you're in a tent with a couple of people, something comes to your tent, shits you up, you cut out the tent and run away together, and then maybe you just die of hypothermia because you're in your underpants.
But if you're like on a fucking mountain, if you're in the Ural Mountains,
What time of year was it?
like cold,
How do you know?
snowy,
How do you know?
because it's like it was February.
Maybe that's their summer.
So shall we just move on?
No.
Okay then. I'll move on into the theories.
Okay, go on then.
Like,
Could they have been on drugs? Hallucinating?
they very well could have been.
Very hot?
I am assuming that they would have performed the types of tests on them. You know.
Yeah,
what's
but we're
it- I-
talking 60 years ago. Hang on, what about the one that turned back and survived? What was his excuse for turning back?
felt sick or something.
He could have just hit them.
Someone's tongue was good. Like determined that it is too strong for human force.
But when people have mental health issues, they sometimes have superhuman strength. If you went into like a weird psychotic rage, maybe you would have the force to do that. Anyway, go on. I like to believe that something weird happened.
Yeah,
I'm just
well-
being the devil's advocate.
First theory is an avalanche.
Yeah, and then it melted.
So what the avalanche would explain was the why the tent was cut open. Also, what it would explain is something known as paradoxical undressing, which when someone gets hypothermia, you feel so cold, you feel burning, so you strip off.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The force of the snow could have broke the ribs, could it?
Yeah, I suppose. However, like meteorological weather shit to determine that. I don't personally believe that one. But it really could be. But I feel like if it would be so cut and dry if it was an avalanche, you know what I mean? Like, it would just be, if there was an avalanche, it wouldn't be a fucking unsolved mystery. The second one I kind of like a little bit is it was a Soviet missile test. And this is because the guy who was meant to be with them left. He came and was asked to, he was the one who identified the bodies. They asked him to basically identify any unknown items. He identified like a few things, like a sunglasses or some shit. One of the things he identified was, quote unquote, a cloth of military origin. And that's a bit funny. A cloth of military origin. You could have easily been coerced into saying, like, if there's like, do you recognise this cloth? Because if there was a bit of, I don't know why they're American, if they're in Russia, they do recognise this cloth? He had apparently said the cloth that he couldn't identify was of military origin. So if there was like the Bible.
It's a
missile
that you take to church, yeah.
Right, so
missile.
So it's the correct word of missile.
I mean, an American might say missile.
Missile. So that's the second one.
But why would there be military cloth if there was a missile?
Maybe they come to, I don't fucking know. Another one is foul play.
Well, that could be anything, couldn't it?
Yes.
Foul play as in what?
Just foul play. Just like that one who left, came back and murdered the lot.
But there was no external injuries on the body.
It wasn't evident that there was anything wrong externally, apart from the
tongue.
The one that you're gonna like, I've saved the best for last, is the alien theory. A few of the locals had claimed to have seen mysterious lights that night. Someone who was involved in the investigation had said something along the lines of, I would not be surprised if the mysterious lights or the mysterious beings or whatever, so he basically thought that like an official thought that it played a part in something like that.
So were all the tents cut from the inside? See, I'm thinking that avalanche thing might be quite feasible because the pressure of the snow would maybe cause internal injuries.
Presumably these guys have dealt with a lot of cases of in the similar area, and they would have been able to say that's a fucking avalanche. It was a very mysterious set of circumstances.
Or an explosion if there was lights. Maybe it was a military testing place.
But
a bomb could have...
Yeah.
And then the impact of falling can cause those injuries.
Of course, but why has that not been reported? Or why was there, say, like, not any bruising?
Like a mine? Like an old mine?
Yeah, actually. A mine's quite a good idea.
Like, an explosion could send bodies... But then you'd think there'd be more, like, external injuries, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
It certainly is Ginexplicable.
Brilliant. So...
Well, that's certainly whetted my appetite. I want to find out more about that.
That's brilliant, isn't it? This is how you go down the rabbit hole of unsolved mysteries.
But I want to know what happened. The case has been reopened.
I know, it's quite exciting, isn't it?
Well, how do you know that?
Researching.
Well, what have they found then?
Well, it's just been reopened, so we don't know. But,